Hey there, this is Greg, the Masked Gamer, and I'm coming to you with an unboxing and possibly first play of Storyburg. This is one of those, I want to support the indie developer who's making what looks like one of their first games and, see how it is. And so I've backed Storyburg. For those of you who are new to my channel, this is a place for COVID cautious folk to talk about board gaming. You do not have to be COVID cautious in order to be here, provided there is no minimization, denialism, or harassment of any kind. With that said, I am here by myself tonight, so there is no mask being worn. My hope for this game says ages 11 plus. My hope for this game is this is something that my parent friends could play with their kids, but we'll see how it looks. So, let's take a look at the back of the box. Back of the box. Back of the box. Storyburg. So, Storyburg says a mysterious force is ripping apart Storyburg. Explore the perils solo or as a team by playing as Dorothy, Peter Pan, Alice, and Little Nemo. Players will travel to Oz, fly to Neverland, fall down the rabbit hole to Wonderland, and dream of Slumberland. Solve the mystery of the pages and save Storyburg before it's too late. Players will equip cards, play actions, and create ultimate dice rolls in a thrilling adventure for the pages. For the pages. Elements of dungeon crawlers, deck building, and pick your own stories create a unique gameplay each time. With 5 action-packed chapters, Storyburg will entertain your gaming group through multiple sections. This is a co-op RPG adventure story card game or solo. There are campaign and free play modes. Each character has more than 20 unique cards. It says here there is an interactive walkthrough of the first game that allows you to open up Storyburg and start playing within minutes. So that's why I'm saying this might be a playthrough. It might be a playthrough and an unboxing, but we'll see exactly how that works out as we open this box. Now, I am a little cramped for space because I've been playing. I just started Aeon's End Legacy of Gravehold. I've been working through the whole Aeon's End collection, and I just kind of shoved everything off to the side because this little kid arrived today. So I don't have that much space. Okay, so first I want to say I like the experience of opening the box. It looks like box. It looks like they organized this well. This is the Storyburg Learn to Play. I'm gonna hold on to that. We've got some health and stamina tokens. We've got what looks like a one-sided board of some kind that has bosses and minions and stories and stuff. We have dice. Oh no, they feel like the Fate Forge dice, which treated me poorly. We have some big ol' heart tokens. We have our player meeples, which are cute. Rudy, keep the heroes out, styly stuff. I don't even know what words I'm using. This looks like 4-player dashboards. These are cute. So it doesn't fold, but it looks like a book, and on the back it also looks like a book. So those are very cute. We have Storyburg, Storyburg, the Storybook, which I guess is the actual. I got that. I counted. Which I guess is the actual campaign component. It's a nice little spiral-bound book. It feels nice. We get to go through all of these realms in it. I like how it feels. I think you call that PVC. Let's see if there's anything hidden. Let's see if there's anything hidden. Oh, I can't lift it up, so I can't see that yet. All right, so we have some dividers. We love dividers. And then we have 4 packs of cards. Here's one. This looks like Dorothy's deck. And this is an event deck. Okay, and this is minions and bosses, so these are a bunch of different decks of cards. Now we can lift this. Nothing magical underneath. So yeah, we've got a player board, we've got some punch outs, we've got some dice, we've got some cards, we've got the fact that I can't I can't get this wooden insert back in the box. But I do like this wooden insert. Okay. So we're gonna see if this learn to play is really learn to playable. This does feel a little thick, but let's just sally on forth, shall we? Introduction. Storyburg is a cooperative story-based card game for 1 to 4 players. In each chapter, players each pick a character and work together to navigate the adventure. The 5 chapters are meant to be played sequentially over multiple gaming sessions. Chapter 1 acts as a tutorial, teaching you how to play Storyburg. You will be referencing this Learn to Play guide. Um, So you can go ahead and start playing without knowing all the rules. So that's what we're gonna do today. We're just gonna play. We're just gonna play the game. We're just gonna play the game. It's gonna be amazing. Okay. Without learning all the rules. A mysterious force is tearing Storyburg apart. Pages, the building block of storydom, are unraveling, and players will work together as a team to playing through all 5 chapters in an attempt to save Storyburg. Some tips. Players have the option of picking different characters for each chapter if they like. Yes, thank you. That's what I like. I can play it solo. I can play all 4 characters. There's 5 chapters. I love it. Love it. Love it. No decisions to worry about. You're welcome to have a different number of players in each chapter. There are free play, easy, and hard modes. Whatever. The rule of rules. I mean, come on, everyone loves rules, right? That's why you're reading this booklet, and you will love the rule of rules. The rules in this booklet should guide you through everything. If there's text on a card that contradicts anything here, listen to the card. Listen, if the card could talk, you know what I mean. This guy loves games. I love it. I'm saying guy. I'm assuming it's a guy. Who is it designed by? Designed by Kyle Walters. Yes, a guy. Okay, this guy loves games. House ambiguity. If your gaming group comes up with some house rules, you won't find them in this booklet, but they probably overrule anything you read here on a card because the house always wins. Ma game, ma rules. I hope this is good. I really do because I'm enjoying this book so far. Text modifier solo. Solo means this ability or part of the story only happens if only one player or character is playing. Otherwise, you can ignore this text. Skip the rules, kind of. There are 2 ways to learn how to play Storyburg. The first is to pull up a chair and read through this entire booklet. That is for a bubble bath, probably tomorrow night, not tonight. The second way is to start playing. We're going to start playing. We're going to grab the storybook and open it up. Storybook, open it up. As you play Chapter 1, you will be directed to read pages of this booklet to learn how to play. If this suits your fancy, read the following few pages to set up your first game and be guided into playing. Okay, so we do have to do a little bit from this book here. Start by placing the game board in the middle of the game area. Ba-da-bum-bum. Refer to the boss, minion, and story cards. So I am going to have to open these cards. We're going to have to create boss. We're going to create face down piles for boss, minion, and story cards. So we could just have a chat while I try to open these decks of cards. That is the problem with me trying to do one video at once. I did the thing. So here we. Oh, okay. So the cards are all numbered, so it should be easy to tell what they are, and I guess they'll be in order. So minion cards go on the minion thing. Boss cards go on the boss thing. This says shop, so I'm gonna take these and put them on the shop pile for now. Maybe I'll need to move them later. Path, we're gonna take these cards that say path and put them on this path pile here. I'm already sliding cards all over the place, as I am wont to do, because I, generally speaking, make a mess of everything. I've been playing Enormity that's completely different than Storybook. I've been playing the Enormity demo on PTS a few times on the weekends, and I just toss the cards, even on Tabletop Simulator, all over the place. And when that game comes out, oh my goodness, those blip tokens, the dogs are gonna eat them. They're gonna fall all over the floor and the dogs are gonna eat them. All right, this is Story Deck. That is all Story Deck, so we're gonna put Story Deck here. Now, I do like the little fold-out board. However, for somebody sloppy like me, the slots on it are really close to each other. And as you can see, I have already made quite a mess of things. They're sliding into each other, they're sliding all over each other, and I'm gonna keep making a mess. This is character situations, that's not these things. Hard mode, this looks like locations and cards of some kind, so I don't think those are those. Boss, minion, story cards. These decks are ordered sequentially. Okay, I've only got 2 more of these to open. What do we want to talk about while I open these cards? It's almost Christmas time. Christmas time sucks. I'm still waiting for my ATO to come, which seems like it never will. This has an exclamation mark on the back. I don't know what that means, so I'm going to separate that out and put it to a side over here. These have some kind of other symbol on them. And this has something else is going to happen. Whee! Okay. These also, I think, are all, those have the back, those have this other symbol. I'm just trying to make sure there's no minion, boss, or story cards in here, and it seems like there are not. So we're going to put this over here. Shop. We will shuffle chapter 1 shop cards. There should be cards 1 through 6. So these are. So I have 6 chapter 1 cards, but they have the numbers 21 to 25 on them, not the numbers 1 to 6 on them. I do not see cards with 1 to 6, so I'm going to just go ahead and assume that that is what these should be. Or maybe, no, I mean, these are the cards that say shop, and they say chapter 1 on the bottom, so yeah, we're just gonna assume that that's right. That might be wrong. We're gonna reveal the top 3 cards of the shop. We have Black Sheep's Wool, Black Sheep's Wool, and I'm not gonna read these yet because I don't know what I'm doing yet. But we're gonna show you some art. Pail of Water and Rain, Rain, Go Away. And I'm just gonna assume that those are the cards that are supposed to be there. Players may purchase these on their turn. Don't worry, players can also refresh them. The Path deck. In the path space, create a pile of face-down cards, 1 to 20. For chapter 1, they should be placed sequentially with 1 on top. So, of course, the way the printers printed, they did it backwards, so I got to move those around. Okay, so here is the path deck, and the story decks are also backwards, but whatever. Bonus tokens, gold, damage, dice. Piles of tokens, fine. When challenges appear, we'll place the challenges face up here. They'll remain there until told to remove. Boom. Character setup. Each character picks a character. Dorothy, Peter Pan, Alice, or Little Nemo. You'll be able to switch characters between chapters. Each player will gather the following items. They will gather a player mat. That's the player mat. We're going to move that up. We're going to have the player mat here. Okay. We need to pick a character and pick their meeple. We're going to pick Peter Pan, just because that's who I've decided we're picking. So we're going to pick Peter Pan. We're going to place the meeple on the level 0/level 1 space. So our little meeple's going to go here, and we'll lay him down so you can maybe see him better. We're going to place a heart token at the character's max health, which should be 8. I don't, oh, yeah, 8. Here we go. Max health 8. We're going to place a character card on the top left. So I need to find Peter Pan's character card. I think this deck is the people. Peter Pan, 1 out of 21. Yeah, okay, I'm assuming that's it. So we're going to put this over here. Peter Pan, 1 out of 21, 13 out of 21, 21 out of 21. Okay, so maybe these go here. Ah, found it. Okay. Peter Pan the Fighter. Okay, sure. I'll be a fighter. Peter Pan the Fighter, we're going to place the character card on the top left of the player mat, so the character goes here. We're going to move this up just a little bit more, so we hopefully have enough room. I think we need to pick this up just a little bit. I wasn't prepared. I was like, well, let's see how this works out, and that's what we're doing. We're seeing how it works out. Okay. Oh. There we go. Okay. Sure. It still fell a little bit. See, this is what I usually do before I start taping, but today I did not. Against the game. We can kind of see those cards on the bottom. It'll be fine. Okay. On the top right, we're going to place the 3 level cards with level 1 on top and level 3 on the bottom. The tired version should be face down. Okay, so these are our level cards. They go there. Just put that up just a little bit more. Okay. Oh, look, you can, the cards make a little picture when you put them together. So here's Peter, and here is Peter's level 1 card, and look, they make a little picture. Cute. Oh, so cute. Okay. Let's see. Special setup instructions. Each character has unique setup instructions on the back of their cards. The special card space on the right of the player mat will be utilized. So special setup for Peter Pan. Randomly shuffle Peter's 6 companion cards into a face down draw pile on the right of your mat. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, it's the Lost Boys. Okay, so we're going to shuffle these. We're going to put them in the special card section. We're going to reveal the top card, which is Slightly. I am the only one who's not afraid of the pirates. Okay, cool. So Slightly is going to go there. During the game, Peter can use the ability provided by the revealed companion. Right now, cannot gain any negative conditions. When Peter has removed all of his companions, he remains without companions for the rest of the game. Now, I don't know how to remove, but we'll see. Okay. Player deck draw pile. Shuffle the remaining player cards, which should be action and equip cards, and they are, to create your player deck. So we're going to shuffle these cards. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Okay. And we're going to shuffle these to create our player deck. We will begin each game by drawing a max hand of 4 cards. When a player runs out of cards to draw, we will shuffle the discard pile into a new draw pile. For Chapter 1, we will remove any cards that have an eye icon in the lower left. Don't worry, you will add these cards back at the end of Chapter 1. So we're going to put those over here. And we're going to put these in the draw pile. Then there is a discard pile, which is going to be next to the draw pile. As cards are discarded, they will be placed face up into a discard pile. B, bonus tokens. When gaining Brave or Enchanted, we will place the tokens here. So it's on, you can see it better on here. There's Brave and Enchanted token spots. Equipped cards will equip cards underneath the board, which you won't be able to see so great because I didn't set this up fantastically, but it'll be fine. It says that placing them underneath the player mat is a wonderful way to keep them organized. Cool. Reference card. Grab a handy-dandy reference card to keep next to you during the game. I love reference cards. Okay. Attribute types. There are 4 types of attributes in Storyburg. Plan as best as you can to build up your character. And those are the ones on the player mat. We have on the left is courage, which is used to attack enemies and to perform feats of strength. The second symbol is nimble, which is used to escape from formidable enemies in various agility tests. We have brains, which is used to perform tests of intellect and outsmart enemies. And we have defense, which is used to block damage from attacks. As you play, you will be equipping cards, buying new cards, and discarding cards you don't like. Players will build their characters to have different dice for different tasks, such as fighting an enemy or testing brains to avoid a trap. During each chapter, players will use dice from their various attributes. Some characters are more suited for different tasks than others, and you may take this into account when choosing your team. Now it's time to play! After setting up the story area and after each player has set up their character, you can pull out the storybook and begin Chapter 1. The storybook will likely pass from player to player as you take turns reading out loud. So we're going to open the storybook. Learn to play while playing. Chapter 1 introduces the world of Storyburg as well as teaches how to play. Players will be jumping back and forth between the storybook and the Learn to Play guide. So go ahead, pick your seats, and start playing. Begin your adventure on the very next page. There's some words. The adventure begins. Bum-ba-dum. If you haven't yet, read pages 3 to 5 in the Learn to Play guide, which we did. Chapter 1 setup. Remove all cards from each player deck with the eye icon, which we did. And we're going to read. It's story time. We know how much I love story time. Chapter 1.1. A time that was once upon a time. And I'm seeing my battery dying because, as usual, my computer didn't plug in correctly. But it's going to be fine. We will have enough time. A time that was once upon. In a land just beyond imagination, our story begins on a grassy hill overlooking a most wondrous town. The north winds whistle and whirl, the south winds swish and swirl. An echoing noise rings out while the skies crackle with a purple hue. In the middle of this calamity stands a girl wearing a checkered dress and holding a basket with a dog inside. Dorothy Gale. I guess I should have been Dorothy instead of Peter Pan. Oh well. That is the name of the girl. Dorothy Gale. That is the name of the girl, not the dog. You know the dog is Toto. Dorothy is no stranger to weird weather, so if she thinks this wind is odd, you know it must be quite odd. Dorothy shivers, and it feels like she is being pulled apart and put back together again with each gust of purple wind. This isn't the first time that Dorothy has been to Storyburg, nor you, for that matter. You've been here many times, whether you knew it or not. Whenever impossible words are strung together into possibility, you visit through Storyburg. Every time you escape into a fantastical world that is not your own, you visit through Storyburg. Turn the page and continue reading. There's a lot of text, lots of text here. But we'll see. Okay. Storyburg, Chapter 1, The Welcome Arc is what it's called. The Welcome Arch. A magnificent arch welcomes you as you enter Storyburg. That arch itself changes over time. You see, it is well known that anyone who comes through Storyburg can add to the arch. Dorothy smiles as she notices the yellow bricks she added ages ago. The streets are empty. Toto barks, woof woof, announcing himself, but no one throws him a bone. That's sad for Toto. Suddenly, a piece of paper slaps Dorothy in the face. Peeling the paper off her cheek, Dorothy realizes a couple of things. Firstly, it seems to be the page of a book. Secondly, this paper is of great importance. Just then, a little chicken bumps into her shin. The sky is falling! The sky is falling! It's me with my ATO shipment. The sky is falling, clucks the chicken as it runs around like chickens do. A talking chicken, how odd. Talking about the sky falling? Double odd. Dorothy and Toto look up to find hundreds of similar pages falling from the sky. Something horrible is happening. Hey, Dee! Crows a boy wearing a tunic of leaves and flying towards the arch. Peter! Dorothy hugs her friend. Crazy weather we're having. Toto barks at Peter Pan's fairy Tinkerbell, and she barks right back, as she should. It's exciting, Peter puffs up his chest. I have an ear for adventure. Some say I even have two ears. Get it? What I find curiouser and curiouser, says a polite girl who acts like she has been standing there the whole time, is that I can't decipher the text on these pages. Alice! Dorothy hugs her friend. You see, back in Kansas, Dorothy is known as a hugger. Okay, I like the writing. I wonder what it all means, Alice ponders. Storybook, page 3. The band is back together. Oh, Mama! A pajama-clad boy with a bed head yawns as he wakes up near the arch. I was having a nasty nightmare. The whole world was falling apart at the themes. Sorry to be the bad news bear, Neem, Dorothy says as she hugs little Nemo. But everything is falling apart. I should start using a southern accent, a bad one for Dorothy, and I'll try. Oh, Papa, I knew I shouldn't have eaten that huckleberry pie before bed, Nemo exclaims. A cat-like grin appears floating in front of you. I wonder if you've seen around the sparkly purple magic in the middle of town. You turn towards the middle of town, and indeed, a pyre of purple magic is shining towards the sky. Ahead, towards the source of trouble you go, the grin snickers, but will you save us all or fail and fill us with woe? So we have to choose two things. Number A, we can accept the epic quest before you and go to the next page, or we can deny fun and say we want nothing to do with it. Let's deny fun and say we want nothing to do with it. We reveal story card 1. Oh, it's going to be on the bottom. Oh my god, because it's backwards. There's 65 of these. I hate when printers print things backwards. I wish they would just do it in the right order. I feel like every game that has cards in order either has them like in reverse order or turned to face the other way, like Betrayal at House on the Hill with its wild legacy deck that is like impossible to navigate. All right, we are going to deny fun and say we want nothing to do with it because that's the kind of mood I am in tonight. And we have a card. Here's the card. Oh, like this. Okay. No more fun. Ending. Your party declines the adventure of Storyburg. Maybe you're too scared to save the town, or perhaps your rebellious nature got the better of you. Either way, with nothing fun left to do, your party picks the most boring wall nearby and sits in front of it for the rest of the week. The end. So I think that's just a warning that you can get ending cards, but just like any good just like any other choose your own adventure book, we are just going to turn around and go to the next page as though that didn't happen. Okay, there's some more stuff here. 1.2 Storyburg, the adventure begins. Come, team, adventure waits for nobody! Peter prepares to run towards the purple pyre when Alice stops him. We should prepare ourselves. We don't know what is waiting out there, Alice warns. Information. Refer to equipping a card on page 6 of the Learn to Play guide. Equipping a card. Once per turn, or if the story tells you to, a player may equip a card from their hand. When played, equipped cards become active and are placed below the player mat. Any bonuses on the card can be used as long as the card stays equipped. There are 4 main types of equipped cards: head, hand, body, and item. A player can only have 1 card equipped for each type unless they have a bonus that says otherwise. For example, Peter Pan has equipped the body card Shadow. He cannot additionally equip the body card Skeleton Leaves. So he must blah, 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 blah. You can discard a card to equip a card. You can sell a card to the shop. You can discard a card, or you can keep it in your hand for future use. There are also upgrade cards that don't count towards the equip limit, so you can equip multiple upgrade cards. If they're attached to equipment cards and discarded, when the original card is discarded, placing an upgrade card counts as your equip card action. Each upgrade card is slightly different. Because we're playing chapter 1, we continue playing. All players equip a card from their hand and draw another card, adding it to their hand. So I have several equip cards that I can choose from. If I didn't have one, I can discard cards until I find one to equip. If a card doesn't make sense yet, that's okay. It will make sense by the end of chapter 1. So we have in our hand 3 cards. We can choose to equip Skeleton Leaves, which would let us replace a defense die with a symbol thingy. He was a lovely boy, clad in skeleton leaves and the juices that ooze out of trees. We have Hook's Knife, which we can use to replace any one stabby card with a thingy. You can also throw it on your turn to discard it and make an enemy lose 5 hearts. Quick as a thought, he snatched a knife from Hook's belt, and we have Pipes. Pipes are an equipped item. You can reroll any or all defense dice and twist, and at the start of your turn, untwist. I'm guessing twist means exhaust, but we'll see. I don't know. He skipped up and down the room, playing gaily on his heartless pipes. Well, as we all know, Greg, that's me, is a bard, and so because I am a bard, we are going to go ahead and equip the pipes, which will let us reroll any or all defense dice and twist. Once all the players have equipped a card, we are as ready as we can be. We will begin walking through town towards the source of the disturbance. Y'all, it feels like the... And she says y'all, so yeah, we gotta do a southern accent for her. Y'all, it feels like the band is back together. Dorothy beams. Information. Return to conditions on page 7 of the Learn to Play guide. There are positive conditions which you receive bonus tokens and add them to the player mat. At any time you may discard a bonus token to add the corresponding die to their appropriate dice pool. For example, discarding a red token lets you add a red die to your courage dice pool for that turn. A player may only have 1 bonus token of each type at a time. If a player receives bonus tokens, only collect tokens that it don't already have. So when a player becomes brave, they get a red courage token and a black nimble token. When you become enchanted, you get a brains token and a defense token. Negative conditions work different from positive ones. There are no bonuses in the negative life. When a player becomes stunned, discard their cards, discard their tokens. If it's their turn ends immediately. When they become tired, flip their current level card to its backside. Notice that its base dice have changed, but we don't really know anything about base dice yet. Luckily, there are 2 ways to lose tired. You can follow the instructions on the tired side for a chance at the end of each turn, or if you level up while tired, you will feel invigorated and lose tired and flip it back to the regular side. Continue playing. Energized about the adventure, all players gain brave. We're all brave. I am a brave, brave Peter Pan, so I will take a red courage bonus token and a black nimble token and put these tokens on our board so they look just like they look just like the symbol, and we're going to put those on our player board. Okay, cool. Storyburg, next page, watch your step. There's a picture. Sorry, my camera speed is so like laggy. Oh. That's the picture. All right, an ominous rumble stops you in your tracks. Purple ooze seeps from the storm drains, turning some cobblestones purple. This reminds me of a nightmare I once had, little Nemo confesses. Let me try something. I'm going to always be yawny as Nemo. He picks up a pebble and tosses it towards the purple road. The pebble bounces off a normal cobblestone and ricochets onto a purple one. The purple cobblestone explodes upwards into a giant spike. Gulp! Alice gulps loudly. It's a trap! Peter Pan yells with both fear and excitement. You will need to be both quick and nimble in all caps, to make your way through this trap. Each player will need to perform a roll test. Do you want to A, walk onwards through the dangerous streets knowing full well how to perform roll tests, or do you want to duck into Professor Know-It-All? We're going to read that word, Professor Know-It-All, and Now it all? Now it all or know it all? Professor Know It All's conveniently situated info center to learn how to perform roll tests. Well, we're going to learn how to perform roll tests because we didn't read the instructions. We're going to do 1.3. So this is something where I would probably, if I was playing this game with others, I wouldn't do this part. But anyway, Storyburg 1.3, the information center. Y'all, Dorothy points towards a modest storefront with a blue eye icon. We're right outside Professor Know-It-All's info center. Here's the most famous scholar in all the land of Oz. You're late for class. Sit down, the professor orders as you enter. Professor Know-It-All surely knows it all, and he knows it now. Today we will learn about the often useful roll test. Ahead, you'll be asked how to test how nimble you are. Professor Know-It-All places a slide onto a projector, and up on a wall in a highly magnified fashion appear the following words. Roll test, nimble 3. In this example, Know-It-All thoroughly educates, you must roll a 3 or higher to succeed. Alice politely raises her hand. Which dice would be rolled, I wonder? Excellent question, Miss Alice, Know-It-All praises. To create your dice pool, gather all dice corresponding to the appropriate attribute, in this case, nimble, and the foot. First, gather the dice on your level card that match the symbol. Then, add any dice from item cards you've equipped or an action card you choose to play. For only the specified tribute, of course. Let me show you how it would be done. Okay, so we're going to go and we're going to take the dice out of the dice pool. Professor Know-It-All's roll test. Reveal story cards 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Bum, ba, dum, bum. Here's Professor Know-It-All's story card and that story card's 2 and 3. Okay. So, as you can see from my level card, I am very nimble. Very nimble and... Oh, I'm not very nimble. I am not very nimble. It's false. That is why I have equipped my trusty sock garters. The professor giggles. Unfortunately, with only 2 yellow dice, I am still not nimble enough. Fortunately, I have an action card I can play, so we're going to reveal... We're just going to discard that. We're going to reveal story card 4, an action card. He's a spry old guy. This action allows me to replace one of my nimble dice with a green die for this turn, which gives me a dice pool of 1 blue and 1 green die. The dice pool could succeed, but my odds are still slim. Therefore, I shall exchange my nimble bonus token for a black die, and I see each of you has one too. How brave! Because you are brave, so you have a nimble die. My final dice pool is a yellow, a green, and a black. The professor adds another slide to the projector. This is a slide. Now, if I roll a 3 or higher, I have been successful on the roll test. I get a yellow for my level card, a yellow for my equipped card. I turn that yellow into a green with my action card. I get a bonus token, and now I have a yellow, a green, and a black. The extra dice in your dice pool from action cards and the bonus token only last until the end of your turn. Now it all concludes. For even more information on dice and story cards, refer to pages 8 and 9 in your Learn to Play textbook. Class dismissed. So when you roll dice, you gather your level cards dice. You may discard a bonus token to add a dice. If a dice pool is created on a player's turn, it lasts their entire turn. If it lasts for outside their turn, it lasts for only a roll. If you roll a 3 or higher, great. If you roll a not 3 or higher, not great. Any dice symbol on the dice counts as a success. So the yellow dice only has 3 successes. The green dice has 4 sides with successes, and 2 of them are doubles. And the black, every side's a success with some other things. When you reroll, you can reroll anything. Sometimes you'll get something that says to replace the 1 defense die with a black die, for example. Story cards are only revealed when told to do so. You will always follow the storybook events. You might find collectibles that you can hold on to and use later. There might be a challenge which remains on the board until it is resolved, or the story card tells you to discard it. If a challenge has hearts on it, it can be defeated. The story card or the card itself will dictate what needs to occur for the challenge to lose hearts, and until it's defeated, you will use your main turn to reduce hearts on the challenge. When you've removed all hearts, the challenge is defeated. A challenge might have gold or pages that they need to select instead. We're going to discard story cards 2, 3, and 4 and go to 1.4. Okay. Back to Storyburg and Nemo and the Purple Stones. You flex and twist, hopping from one cobblestone to the next. So far, you've managed to avoid the purple stones, but there is one last step before you're in the clear. We are going to reveal story card 5. We're going to place this card face up in the challenge section on the board, and it's called One Last Step. And we're going to refer to pages 10 through 13 in the Learn to Play guide. So obviously, I should have just read this whole book first and done this as a playthrough, but here we go. We're doing what we do. Player turns. There's a main activity. Each player turn will focus on a single main activity. You will get a choice between reveal and play a path card versus help the party defeat a challenge versus attack a minion or a boss. At any time on a player's turn, you can do any number of optional activities only once per turn. One of those is equip a card, play an action card, sell a card to the shop, buy a card from the shop, spend 1 gold to refresh the shop, discard any number of cards. 3 in my hand. At the end of the player's turn, you will draw cards from the draw pile until you have reached a hand size of 4. All players start the game with 4 as their maximum hand size. When you draw cards, your turn is over. So if you want to do any optional actions, make sure you do those before drawing cards. Once you draw cards, that's a symbol the next player can take their turn. Here are the main activities. You can pick a path. If a path draw pile is available, such as here, you will play the top path card. There are explore cards. To play an explore card, the player to the right will draw it and read it aloud. If you're playing alone, draw it and do your best to avoid reading ahead. A peril card has the exclamation mark on it. And the current player will reveal a peril card, and then there could be a treasure card where the current player places the card in their Main activity, help defeat a challenge. If there's an active challenge, you can help defeat the challenge. Each challenge is different. See about the challenge. If there's an active boss or player, you must attack with your main action. If there is a boss or minion, you cannot choose to do a path or a challenge. Optionally, you can equip a equipment card, play an action card. Some might be labeled one shot and are removed from the current chapter when you play them. If the card says play any time, you can play it during another player's turn instead of your action turn. You can sell a card for the gold value in the upper right hand corner of the card, and then you would place it at the bottom of the shop pile. If it does not have a gold pile, it cannot be sold. You're stuck with it, such as my action card. You can buy one card from the shop, paying its cost. But you need gold first, and we don't have gold yet, so we'd have to sell gold to get stuff. We can discard cards. Page 13, page 11. Skip the rules. The following 2 pages of rules for various character situations. You're welcome to keep playing and refer to these when necessary, or just read them now and have all the knowledge. So we're just going to skip these 2 pages and go ahead and play. Each player is going to play a full player turn. Taking turns in any order they choose. The main activity on their turn is dictated by the revealed challenge, which I'm going to read now. One last step. Each player plays a full turn. Their main activity must be to roll a nimble test. If you succeed at a nimble test 3, you're nimble enough to avoid the purple cobblestones and get +1 page. We'll look up what that means in a second. Failure. Your foot touches a purple cobblestone. The stone sends a magical spike into the air. You survive the experience with only a giant scratch, and you take 2 lives, and you still get a page. So I want to try to do something that's going to make myself more nimble, but I don't have any nimble cards in my hand. I also don't have any nimble cards in the store. So I think what I'm going to do, I'm going to sell Hook's knife to the store. And I put that on the bottom of the store pile, and I get 1, 2, 3 gold by doing that. I can then use 1 gold to flush the store. So when I flush the store, I am going to discard any number of cards, shop cards for sale, and draw new cards. So we're going to hope to get something that's going to help nimble here. But no. There's nothing to help my nimble roll. So I have to get 3 successes. I'm going to go ahead and use that nimble token to get a black die. I don't have my dice tray with me because I didn't really realize that this was a dice game at first. Yay, I'm so dumb. But I think I'm going to try replugging in this laptop while I'm here. Let's see. It did. My laptop's charging now. Okay, so we gotta get 3 successes on this die. 1, 2, 3. Whew! That was close. Good for me. Success. So I was nimble enough to avoid the purple cobblestones. I get +1 page. So we're gonna see what that means because I don't know what that means. Pages earning or losing. To keep track of pages earned, use the character's meeple on the meeple page count track. When a level up spot is reached, level up. So so when I get to 3 or 6, I would level up, but I'm on 1. Okay, cool, got it. All right, I sold that card, that's what I did. Okay, so I did that. I can also equip 1 equipment card. So we're gonna go ahead and equip these skeleton leaves because I have it in my hand. We can play 1 action card, but my action card is for during an attack. It's very cute. It's baby teeth. When he saw she was a grown-up, he gnashed his little pearls at her. It's so adorable. I already spent 1 gold to refresh the shop. I have 2 gold left. 1 would let me. We have Christmas pie, which I could roll a die and heal. We have the Grand Duke of York, which will give me an extra red die on a courage roll, I guess. And we have a Ashes, ashes, we all fall down. Oh, it's the. Oh my God, they really went there. Look, it's the, it's the plague dude with the pocket full of posies. Yes, and that lets you automatically defeat a non-boss enemy and then remove. When we buy something at the shop, we would replace it with a new card. So I'm just gonna go ahead to try to get my hook thing back and spend the 2 gold that I got, because I can, to buy this Christmas pie, which would then refill Hook's knife. And if the shop, I mean, I'm just gonna assume that these get shuffled and go back into the draw pile at the end, but I'm not really sure. But we'll worry about it later, because I can worry about it later. Okay, so we did that. We succeeded at the challenge. After all players have had a turn, discard story card 5. So that challenge goes away. We go to 1.5. Just getting started. Just when you thought you were in the clear, a gust of purple magic swirls near you, pulling together various discarded items from the streets and alleys. The objects magically come together into frightfully anthropomorphic forms. A crowd of mix-matched creatures now block the path. In unison, the ugly wugglies turn towards you with their soul-piercing eyes, ready to attack. Each player will need to battle an ugly wuggly. Do you want to see what Professor Know-It-All knows about battling enemies, or charge forward knowing full well how to battle enemies? You may refer to peril cards and enemy battles on page 14 to 16 of the Learn to Play guide. Here is the thing here. We'll do Dr. Know-It-All's version. An informative puppet show. A feat as physical as battle requires a physical demonstration. Professor Know-It-All wears a sock puppet on each hand. Oh, wait, was that the end of my turn? Players take turns in any order. Yeah, so I should have drawn up to my max hand size at the end of my turn as well. We're going to, he's wearing a sock puppet on each hand. We reveal cards 6 and 7. So here are his sock puppets: Puppet Beowulf and Packet Grendel. So adorbs. Okay. Me, I am Puppet Beowulf. Me encounter enemy Grendel. We must do battle. Puppet Beowulf flails his fighting fork. Look at his fork. His fighting fork ferociously. Professor Know-It-All explains. If Grendel looked too tough for Beowulf, he could attempt an escape. But I think, Puppet Beowulf, attack! Puppet Beowulf screams. To attack, Puppet Beowulf will roll his courage dice pool, which you already know is the combination of dice from his level card, any equipped card, any action card he wants to play, and any bonus tokens he wishes to use. For now, Puppet Beowulf only rolls a red die. He has rolled this red die, revealed with 3 successes pointing up, because that's what the thing says. Grendel gets a chance to defend with its defense dice pool, so it's going to roll a yellow dice with 1 defense, facing up. Beowulf rolled a 3 for courage, while Grendel rolled a 1 for defense, therefore Grendel loses 2 hearts. As you can see, Grendel has 3 hearts, so he would have 1 health left. Those of you who are astute, the professor points out, notice that Puppet Grendel has an ability called Scratching Claws. Because of this ability, Puppet Beowulf will lose a heart for each attack he makes. At this time, Beowulf would move his heart token down the player mat by 1. Grendel roars as he retaliates. Oh, that's Grendel. Roar as he retaliates. Grendel still has hearts left, so it would attack back with its courage. It would reveal a green die with 1 success and a yellow die with 1 success, so that's 2 hits. Beowulf would then roll a defense with his courage with 0 defense. Beowulf would defend with a 0. Better luck next time, old chap. Know-It-All is really getting into this battle, as is Greg, the masked gamer. Grendel attacked with a 2, Beowulf defended with nothing, and Beowulf loses 2 hearts. That is the end of the first battle round. These rounds will continue back and forth, all within a single player turn, one player turn, until either the enemy is defeated or the player is heartbroken. The professor concludes, for extra credit, you can read and follow the abilities on enemy cards, and because each enemy reacts differently. And there may be enemies out there where you fight with your brain instead of courage, as in a battle of wits. So this says, Grendel soon had the dead man's feet and hands eaten entirely. If you win, you would get +1 gold and +1 loot. And if you failed an escape, you would be tired. Puppet Beowulf of the sock drawer. And here is our friend, Professor Know-It-All, with both cards. With both socks, with both things. I'm really feeling like this game is going to be fully experienced on my channel because I'm enjoying the heck out of this so far. It's just adorable. But let's go to 1.7. Brawn over brains. Sounds like me and my Peter Pan. We've got this, Pops. Peter Pan rolls up his non-existent sleeves and charges towards the Ugly Wugglies. So each player is going to play a full player turn in any order they choose. The main activity on their turn must be to reveal the top path card. The next player won't have a turn until the current Ugly Wuggly is defeated. This may take multiple battle rounds. Remember to read each enemy's ability. After all players have had a full turn, discard path cards until the top card on the path draw pile is chapter 1005. Okay, so top path card is an Ugly Wuggly. Mischievous Ugly Wuggly. When defeated, this Ugly Wuggly will steal 2 of your cards, and you'll have to discard 2. It has a green and a yellow for courage. It has a yellow for defense. If I win, I get +2 loot and +2 pages, which, if we've been paying attention, means we'll level up. That's cool. If we try to escape and we fail, we'll get -2 hearts. They were really only clothes and pillows and sticks with no enemy inside. Now, we are not going to try to escape, but if you wanted to, you can attempt to escape by rolling the character's nimble dice pool, and if they are success equal or greater than 4 in this case, they would be able to escape. If they escape, they would escape unharmed. If they fail to escape, they will not battle the enemy but win their pride. We would still discard the card, but the escape fail thing of 2 hearts would happen. But no, we're Peter Pan. We are going to fight. We are going to fight. And our fight action is a red die and a yellow die, which could get us up to 4 successes on one go. I do have an action that I can use to give myself +2 courage, my baby teeth. And we might have to discard that after this fight anyway. Cannot gain any negative conditions because of slightly. I'm going to go ahead. Now, can I roll this dice? On a player's battle turn, they attack the pirate. Enemy battle turn, finishing the battle. It doesn't really say. The main action has to be to attack. And I guess I would need to resolve that at that exact. Oh no, it's not a main action. Peter asks himself whether he wants to attempt an escape. He doesn't want to escape because he's fighting. Peter attacks the pirate by rolling his courage pool. He can replace 1 die of his choice. He rolls the dice. 2 bad results. Do I get to use... I'm trying to decide... I'm trying to understand from the game text if I am allowed to choose if I use this on this peril or not, or if it's only an action that I could use when fighting a boss and a minion. And I don't know the answer to that based on the book here. It talks about bosses. It talks about new rules for chapter 2. So we are missing a little bit of a thing in the rule book. I'm just going to say that because an optional action has to, because this doesn't say any time on it, that I must not be able to use it right now. We're just going to roll these dice. So we've gotten 2 successes. So that's -2 hearts to the baddie. Oh, the baddie rolls a defense dice and gets 0, so that's -2 hearts to the baddie. Then the baddie is going to attack me and roll a green and a yellow, getting 2 attacks against me because of course it does. My defense is just 1 yellow die. I am going to twist. Twist. Does this book mention the word twist? Oh, that might be on the like player specific cards page. Twisted. Some cards will tell you to twist. Yeah, that's exhausting. At the start of my turn, I would be able to untwist. So I'm going to re-roll that die. I still got a blank, so I lose 2 hearts. Maybe I should have run away. Okay, so the next turn, I'm going to roll my red and my white to fight. I get 2 hits again. It's going to roll just a white to defend. It got a 0, so that was the 2 I needed to defeat it. So we're going to go ahead and defeat that. Oh, when defeated, Ugly Wuggly steals your cards. Discard 2 cards. So I'm going to discard this. Where's my discard pile? We're going to discard this Tinkerbell thing because I don't really love it. We're going to discard Follow My Leader. We're gonna discard Baby Teeth because I couldn't use it in that fight anyway. Yeah, so we had to discard 2 cards, but we do get +2 gold and +2 pages, which brings me to level 2. So when I get to level 2, leveling up. Tired, lose tired, but I'm not. Reveal a new level card. So place the appropriate level card face up. So we're now level 2. Oh, at any time that I would lose hearts, I may remove the revealed companion to block the loss of hearts and reveal the next companion by sacrificing lost boys. How rude, no. But I'm going to reveal the level 2 card. It may have instructions or an ability. That just lets me use the nothing new there, and there's some new dice. And that's it. That's it. It's very simple. It's very straightforward. Okay, cool. So at the end of my round, because I discarded 2 cards, I now draw 2 cards. And I still have optional cards to... Oh, before I drew that, I would have had to use the optionals, and I didn't. So, yeah, okay, whatever. It is what it is. Discard path cards until the top card is Chapter 5, because if I was playing 4 players, each person would get an Iggly Wiggly. Now, here's the fun part. The second Ugly Wuggly is stronger than the first Ugly Wuggly was. The third Ugly Wugglier is stronger than the first one, but not as strong as the second one. And then the final Ugliest Wuggliest is really much nastier than the first ones. So if I was playing 4 players, the 4th player to go would have had some TRUBL. Okay, so Chapter 5 is the next one on top. Ooh, Paul, that's the last of them. Nemo, cheers. Go to 1.8. Is that 1.8? Yeah. Reigns over Brawn. We have a little picture. Those are the Ugly Wugglies that we got past. You're allowed a teeny tiny moment of respite before a herd of Ugly Wugglies, more Ugly Wugglies, turns the corner and fills the past. Gulp, I spoke too soon, Nemo swallows. There are way too many to fight. Maybe there's something else we can do, Alice questions curiously. Refer to Explore cards on page 17 of the Learn to Play guide. To play an Explore path card, the player to the right of the current player will draw it and read it out loud. If you're playing alone, do your best to avoid reading ahead. Every card is different. Typically, it will be read and the player will make a choice or roll dice and then read the rest of the card to learn the outcome of the exploration. Explore cards have 2 types, pick, then play, and events. Pick, then play. The reader of the card will read the top half and stop. The player picks from the given choices and then read the results. An event, you'll follow the instructions. There might be a test that you have to do in order to do it. Okay. All right. Each player plays a full player turn. You may play your turns in any order you choose. The main activity is to pick the top path card and explore. Remember, they should be read by the player to your right. So let's see if there's anything that I want to do before that happens. Yeah, I am going to use my Christmas pie to roll a black die and restore 1 health, because why not? And that goes into my discard pile. Then I have 2 gold, which is not enough to buy the things there, and I don't want to flush it. I don't want to get rid of any of the cards that I have in my hand because I don't. All right, so we are going to use our main activity to reveal this Explorer card. It is an event. Sometimes the smartest move is not to fight. Can you create a trap for the Ugly Wugglies? We have to do a brain 2 test. Now I have cruddy crud for brains. Cruddy crud for brains. I'm going to be rolling 2 yellow dice. I do not have any enchanted cards. So I got 1 success. I needed 2 brains. The good news is I have this card called Mimicry. There was almost nothing he could do, and now he imitated the voice of Dr. Hook. Play any time to double the results of a dice roll. So I'm going to play that, double the results of that roll, making it a 2, so I success. You quickly make a this way sign pointing away from you. The Ugly Wugglies read the sign and walk away from you. It worked. Gain 2 pages and 1 gold. Now, again, if we were playing 4 players, we would reveal the next 3 cards in here and draw them and read them aloud. But in this case, we're just going to discard those cards until we get to the number 9 card, Chapter 1, and go to 1.9. Storyburg. It's got buildings too. It's got the buildings too. They're ugly. It's an ugly, wuggly building. Making it oh, I forgot. At the end of my turn, I draw 2 cards. Ooh, I could have bought something from the store because I had 3 cards after the battle, so I'm going to spend the 3 cards to buy back hooks. No, that's an equipment. To buy. Yeah, we're waiting to buy that pocket full of posies, which I need 1 more for. So yeah, we would draw 2 more cards. We've got some cards. Okay. Making it past the horde of Ugly Wugglies, you find yourself in front of Old MacDonald's General Store. Suddenly, the building creaks, standing up on 2 legs. The shop itself saunters in front of you, blocking your path. Reveal story card 8. This is a challenge. You break it, you buy it. The shop is more terrifying than any early morning Black Friday sale. There is only one way to get rid of this behemoth. Buy something. If you haven't already, all players must buy a card from the shop. Or, if you cannot, you must sell a card either equipped or from their hand in order to... Oh, if they cannot buy anything from the shop, they must sell a card from equipped or their hand to the shop. So I don't get the choice. I have... Oh, dang. I have to buy a thing. So, oh dear me. Yeah, we're gonna buy our knife back, even though we're not gonna equip it just yet. That's what we're gonna do. So we have bought a card from the shop and revealed Jack and Jill's Pail of Water, thus completing that story card. When all players have resolved the challenge, discard story card 8 and continue reading. The shop returns to its foundation, leaving a path clear. All players earn +1 page. Look at me on level 3. Anytime Peter would lose any amount of hearts, I can remove the revealed companion to block the loss of hearts, and I'm just a stronger fighter now. Any players who have bought a card from the shop in this chapter earn 1 extra page. Look at that. Hey y'all, check it out! Dorothy points out a pile of loot. Old MacDonald's General Store must have dropped goodies. Sweet mama, Nemo cheers. Treasure. Refer to treasure cards on page 18 of the linked play guide. Treasure cards are found while drawing from the path deck. If the player reveals the treasure card and places it into their hand, regardless of their max hand size, and they may do optional activities on their turn as well. The calm before the storm. Each player plays a full player turn. Players may take turns in any order that they choose. The main activity on their turn is going to be to reveal the top path card. Oh, I would have had to discard a card from my hand. Wait. Is that true? If you buy a shop card... one card from the shop. They place it in their hand. The player's hand size. More hands. End of player turn. Draw and return its hand size. I think something is screwy there. I think I should have not been able to buy a card for some reason, but I'm not. Yeah, so there's some confusion for me, which I'll have to reread the book before I play again and ask some questions. Some of it's not so clear, but they made it very clear to make your own house rules and just do whatever you want to do. So we'll just say that I had to discard a card to buy that card, and we'll say that that card I discarded was that one, and we'll just call it a day and move on. Okay. Each player takes a full player turn. The main activity must be to reveal the top path card and take a treasure. I don't have any gold. I am just going to hang on to the cards that I have. You can only sell cards that have a number. Yeah. Oh, I can discard this and equip the knife, I believe. So I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to go ahead and reveal this treasure. It is Little Boy Blue's horn. Little Boy Blue can blow your horn. All players gain brave. And it's an action I can do. And because now I have 4 cards in my hand, so I won't be able to draw more. And we're going to discard 1, 2, 3. So that number 13 is next. And then Cocoon, the thunder fills your eardrums and a flash of purple light fills the sky, reminding you where you're headed. We are almost to the center of town, Alice screams over the thunder. We should probably keep going. Each player plays another full player turn, taking turns in any order they wish. Their main activity must be to use an explore thing from the explore cards. I am going to go ahead. I'm going to go ahead and play Follow My Leader to remove this and reveal the next card, which is after defeating an enemy, roll the thing and you can get some gold. I don't know what a checkbook is, but I should just give my mother one. Because I want to draw some cards, then we'll draw the next card from our pile. Okay, and my main action is to, we said explore a path card, right? Yeah, so pick the top path card. Pick, then play. Woo! There are no more ugly wugglies, at least for now. You notice a very inviting tuffet. Do you want to take a quick rest or forge on towards the source of the magic? I'm going to forge on towards the source of the magic. There's no time to rest. The town must be saved. Gain 2 pages, but also gain tired by turning your current level card to the other side. At the end of my turn, I can roll black, and potentially the crocodile alarm can go off and I can fix it. Is there any way to get rid of tired? Leveling up. Leveling down would remove tired. But it would take me a long time to level down. So yeah, I'll just have to risk it. Okay, so that is the end of my turn. I get to draw a card. I roll a black die. If I got 2 successes. Sleep is a great adventure. Stay tired. We're going to shuffle this deck. Because we're going to have cards. Okay, then we are going to discard path cards until the top card is 17. Go to 1.10. Uglier Wugglier! Okay. Your bodies tingle as a bolt of purple lightning explodes in front of you. Out of the crackling energy grows the most formidable Ugly Wugglies you've ever seen. You can't help but wondering what Jack Be Nimble would do at a moment like this. We will take a full player turn and we'll have to reveal the top path card and attempt an escape from the revealed Ugly Wuggly. Like, we can't fight it. Why did I draw a card? I shouldn't have drawn that card. We're just going to close with that top. Okay. So. Yeah, you can have, I think you can have more than 5. Okay, we know we're going to have to attempt an attack, so we're going to go ahead and use our action to gain brave, so we're gonna get that nimble token back. I'm gonna need that. That's not those things. I want to keep this. I already played an action, so I can't play another action. I don't have any other. Ooh, I'm going to equip the shadow and discard the skeleton leaves, and that lets me replace any one nimble die with a black die at any point in time. And we're going to go ahead and reveal this top card. Mega Wega Ugly Wuggly, 24 health. Dangerous Ugly Wuggly. If you come across an enemy that seems too dangerous, you can always attempt an escape. Now, if we kill it, we get plus 10 gold. The trash slapped together to form a monster who knew how to fight dirty. Okay, so we are going to try to escape. So my nimble dice is a green, but I get to replace it with a black, and I'm going to use this one to add another black. So that's 2 black dice, giving me 4 successes. I definitely escaped. That's a path card. And that would be the end of my turn. So I'm going to draw 2 cards. And after all players had a turn, go to 1.11. You barely escape the supercharged Ugly Wugglies when you notice a... Did I screw something up here? Oh, I forgot to attempt to lose... I forgot to attempt to lose card. I rolled 1 success, so the crocodile alarm goes off, and I no longer... You barely escape the supercharged Ugly Wugglies when you notice a swirling sandstorm sparkling with purple magic. Bad news, Bear. The storm is headed in your direction. The party must decide whether they A, are going to brave the magical sandstorm, or B, seek shelter and reveal themselves. We must decide together. We're going to seek shelter and defend ourselves because, as far as we're concerned, we are not going to be smart. We're going to reveal story card 9. This is a sandstorm of asleep. If we chose B, you find a hiding spot and protect yourself from the storm. All players get +1 page. That was smart of me. Then go to 1.12. Do you remember conditions? Yeah, sure, why not? 1.12. This is long. Source of the troubles. You arrive at the town square where a purple magic pyre is ripping through the sky and the ground. As you approach, you feel weak, as if you're being pulled apart. Just ahead are 2 shadowy figures. One figure moves elegantly, like a ballerina, waving her sharp fingers in the air, controlling the purple pyre. The other figure is a small, slow-moving boy with a nightcap, his hands covered in magical sand. The graceful figure screams as she points a needle-shaped weapon towards you, and a blast of purple magic hits each party member, tugging at the very nature of your being. The purple magic forms more Ugly Wugglies. We're going to reveal boss cards 1 and 2. And again, these are backwards. Boss cards 1 and 2. So we have a shadowy figure and another shadowy figure. We're going to just put those over here for now. Okay. Shuffle a face-down deck with minion cards 1 to 4 and reveal 1 minion per player at random. Okay, so this is, I guess, the meat of the game is these boss battles. We'll probably find out. 1, 2, 3, 4. So I'm supposed to shuffle these 4 and randomly reveal 1. So we have a nightmarish Ugly Wuggly with 8 health. Oh my goodness. When it dies, everybody's going to lose life. Oh, it's going to be nasty, it looks like. Okay. Refer to boss battles and battles of wits on page 18 to 20. Boss battles. All players are in battle with the boss and or minions. The storybook will tell you which cards to reveal. There's no escaping. Everybody has a full player turn, and then the minions will attack, and then the boss will attack. Players must first defeat all minions before attacking bosses. When all bosses are defeated, the players win, and the current player's turn ends, and you continue the storybook. If all players become heartbroken, the chapter is lost. That's if we hit 0 health. And then there's lots of life and an example. The boss, another shadowy figure, has the ability Battle with Wits. Oh my, a player must use brain instead of courage to attack. Bosses and minions with Battle of Wits no longer attack the player with the most remaining heart. They attack the player with the least remaining hearts because they're smarter than other bosses. Mega boss. Oh, no, there's no mega bosses yet. Okay. All right. So we get to try to fight the boss. I have Hook's knife, which is cool. I don't have this nimble knife, which is not cool. Oh, this I was supposed to play when drawn. +1 heart, discard, do not draw a replacement card. Okay, well, here we go. All right. So, I am going to play the action, Oh, the Cleverness of Me, which will let me draw 2 cards at the end of my turn. Draw an extra 2 cards, so I'll be able to draw up to 6, is what that means. I guess I could still buy stuff even when I'm in a fight. So I could go ahead, I could get that, I need to try to get that pail of water. So we're gonna sell this for 3 gold. I don't have, oh yeah, I don't have enough to do the things I need just yet. I need 1 more gold, which I don't have anything that I can sell. So we're gonna have to wait on that. And then I can fight the Ugly Wuggly. So I start with a red, a green, and a yellow. Red, green, yellow. And I can replace any 1 courage die with a green. So that gives me 2 greens and a red that I can use. Yeah. I'm going to go ahead and use this Brave token on the assumption that I'll get another one. I want a 1-shot this monster. But all I got was 5. -5. Minion is still alive. So, I had that was the turn I had. What else can I do at the end of my turn? Oh, that's after defeating an enemy. Nothing. So I'm gonna draw. Oh, because I played that action, I get to draw up to a hand of 6. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And now I should have some more gold to spend the next turn. But first, this terrible monster is going to attack me for 4. Serious? I get to roll a yellow defense dice for 1. That would be 3 damage, but instead of that, I'm going to sacrifice this lost boy to block the loss of hearts, because I guess that's how I managed to be tanky. This will give me an extra yellow on my courage for Curly here. The corkscrew of Smee got Toodles in the 4th rib, but he was himself pinked in turn by Curly. Great. So that was the Nightmarish Ugly Wuggly. And then both bosses are going to attack. Okay, they have a special ability. Oh my goodness. Okay, so on... I could reveal an additional minion. Oh my goodness. Okay, so first the shadowy figure attacks with a black and a red. Oh look, another 4 damage. Except the screen isn't working. Oh, there we go. And I get to roll my 1 defense die for 0. That time I'm gonna take the 4 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then it's going to roll this this blue die, and it rolled 1 heart, so nothing happens. But if that was a 3, there would have been a new minion. So that's what I'm going to want to kill first. Then the brain one is going to attack me with a red and a blue. Oh, good. That's 1 damage, so I'm not so worried about that. And we're going to roll our yellow defense. Oh, good. I blocked that one. That's okay, great. So it's my turn again. Cool. Right, I wanted to get that pail of water. Keep that. Need to keep that. Need to keep that. Okay, great. We're gonna discard Mimicry to get 2 gold, which is gonna give us 4 gold. So we're gonna use that to buy the Pail of Water and replace that with this rain, rain, go away thing. That was our sell. We can still do an action. I only need to do 3 damage to that to kill it. So our action is going to be to get plus, oh nice, 3 hearts. Come on video, come on phone, there we go, 3 hearts. 1, 2, 3, bringing us back up to 7, that was our action. We sold a card, we bought a card, we could refresh the shop, but we're not going to. We could equip a card from our hand. Yes, so I could equip my Pail of Water because that's my item equipment, which gives me +1 brain, which is going to be important. We're going to keep Curly because he gives us extra courage. So for our courage, we roll 2 yellows, 1 green, 1 red. We're going to replace that yellow with a green. And we should be able to get... We should be able to get 3, but we only got 2. Did I miss anything up there? Is there anything else I can do there? Nope. Oh my goodness. Well, we only did 2 damage, so that was not good. Not good. Oh dear. Okay, well, that is what it is. Great, cool, all right. So, monster, and here's one of those games where dice just hate me. Okay, so this monster is going to attack. Oh, I forgot to roll defense for the monster. It defended against 1 of that, so it's still really kicking. It's going to attack me for 4. So it attacks me for 4 again, of course, because I keep getting attacked for 4. We're going to roll this. I defended 1. We're going to take that 3 damage because I need to try to keep Curly in play. The shadowy figure is going to attack me for 4. Jesus Christ. We're going to roll defense. We failed. We have to block with that, which reveals our next one. Oh, good. That's an ability that I can have us both lose hearts. That's going to be useful. I'm going to speed this up because I have to walk the dog soon, so I'm going a little faster now. More minions. Blank, no more minions, luckily. Another shadowy figure. Does 4 more damage. Oh my gosh. I roll 1 defense, which would be 3. I'm going to bring myself down to 1 because it keeps me alive. And then I get to take a turn again. This is really not easy. I'm going to lose. It says when all bosses are defeated. There's no way I'm going to defeat all those bosses. Jeez Louise. Okay, okay. It's my turn. I have 1 goal. So I'm going to sell this for 2 gold. So that gives me 3. I'm gonna buy this. I'm gonna buy this Duke of York action, which replaces this with Black Sheep's wool, which is what I need to get, but I can't sell any more right now, and the shop pile is now empty. So yeah, that's okay. Oh wait, I sold this to the shop, and I sold this to the shop, and I sold this to the shop. So these are actually in the shop because I sold them, not equipped them, not used them. So when I discard, it goes here. When I sell to the shop, it goes here. And that's, okay, all right. That makes a little bit more sense. Now there's still a pile there. All right, so we're going to go ahead and attack. So I get 2 green and a red. Did I use an action? I'm gonna give myself +2 courage with an action because I just need to kill this thing already. So that's 3 plus 2 is 5. Minus 1 is 4. So I finally kill this. All players would lose 2 hearts. So I'm going to remove that companion to block the lack of hearts. And I'm running out of my defense there. But that's done. Oh good, instead of equipping a card, I can play 2 actions this turn. So I can also play Follow My Leader, which lets me shuffle this card back into... Oh, I can pick a new companion to be revealed. So I can choose... Oh, that's another one that lets me equip 2. All of my good ones are done. Yeah, that's it. Okay, great. So I'm going to draw 1, 2, bringing me up to 4. And then the bosses are going to go, and they're going to kill me. So we're going to roll a red and a green, black. That's 4. And I roll a defense. That's 1. So I'm going to take 3 damage. That's it. My heart's broken. So let me see what that means. Broken heart. Lose 1 page. Discard half of your equipped cards rounded down. Restore hearts to max health. Draw cards up to max size. End turn. If you become heartbroken during boss battle, you must sit out the rest of the boss battle, which is, of course, when it happened. If all bosses... You must restart the chapter. So yeah, so according to the rules, I have to restart the chapter. Okay, so I have some feelings. So I love the writing for this. It's cute. Picking it up was cute and easy. I enjoy it. I think I would even enjoy it more for players once getting into it. I do have to really read the instructions because I do feel like I'm missing some things. I'm frustrated by how hard that boss battle was at the end. Like, I didn't even get to ding a boss yet. Now, some of that is my bad dice luck and not knowing what I'm doing, I'm sure. But, yeah, that was unexpectedly very difficult. So, we're going to post this. We're going to look up some things. We're going to ask some things. But overall, you know, for a first outing, like, this was clever. I really enjoyed it. I'm excited to play it some more. I'm excited to film my journey through it. I will not film my journey up to this point in chapter 1, but when I feel like I'm going to come back to this, I'm going to do a shorter video where I just do the boss battle and finish the chapter. But I do feel at this point in time this is compact enough and fun enough for me to do on camera. And that's what I'm going to plan to do. But for now, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe. Do not forget, keep those health bars full. Thank you and have a great night.